Hey, good Saturday morning to you guys. I am pretty wound up here. I found something, I don't know. It might not mean much to most people, but to me it's just a piece of archaeological awesomeness. History 101. It's cool. So what am I doing, everybody may ask? Well, I got the excavator over here. I'm on the old Shawmut grade. What we're gonna do, because of the breakup season, I can't use the road unless I bond it till April 15th. So what I'm going to do, we're cutting this piece next. It's all tornado damage up there, in there, and up on the hill. So I'm going in right there, and what I'm going to do is just cross the road, and I'm going to come up in here, and I'm going to go out, and I'm going to go through my buddy's yard over there and out onto the main road, and then I don't have to bond nothing. So it's worth, I've been at this for like about a half an hour digging. I got to cut this down a little bit and just, get it so it's a little more gradual. It was real steep. You can see where it came up to there. So a buddy of mine owns this railroad grade property, so he's cool with me using it. I can put it back the way it was anyway. It's no big deal. But it's a four-wheeler trail now, so they're not going to care. They can get up here even better. So I got to take the dozer and cut this down. But anyway, what I found, it blows my mind what I found. Okay, there used to be a bridge here, a trestle, right? Obviously it went over the road, okay, on the grade. So all this railroad was taken out about 10 years ago, and the old trestle was scrapped and whatnot. You guys may remember I did other videos about the old Shawmut grade, and the big trestle. It's out that way towards my house, probably about 2 miles, mile and a half in a straight line, 2 miles. But anyway, what I found here is really cool. This must have been the abutment for the trestle to sit on. So I've been digging these big rocks out that they must have placed in there as footers. All right, and I was digging those out, and I came across some timbers, just poles, and I didn't think much about it. I yanked them out of there, and I'm assuming this is one of them. Now I don't know exactly what they use these for, other than maybe just to chink between the chink in between the big footers or whatever. I don't know, or maybe to spike a tie to or something. But I found something, and I set them out over here. Guys, this is literally a piece of history right here, or a couple pieces of history. You can see I got my GoPro stuck up in the tree there. I'm going to film it on that too, because I do not want to screw this up. That is axe cut. I think, I'm not positive, I'm going to clip it and see. I think this is American chestnut. And just, believe it or not, just a little while ago when I pulled these out, I must have split that a little bit, and it was all still wet and green looking. Now it's drying already. It's amazing. This was half an hour ago, and it's already drying. But it had like it may be oak. I'm not sure. It does kind of look like oak on the outside, but the color of that, when I split that, looked like it could very well be chestnut. And I'm not sure if this other one's the same or not. But look at this. These are axe cut, and I'm guessing this railway had to be put in probably 1860s or 70s, around the Civil War time, I would think. Maybe a little later than that, but I'm not sure. I'm not real sure on my history on that, but I could find out. But this is the Shawmut grade. I'm about 2 miles south of Brookville, and this is called the Shawmut line, or the Shawmut grade. And even as recently, it's probably 15 years ago, they were still using this line, because they'd go by our house, they'd have 3 locomotives and about 100 train cars full of coal going by. It was really cool. But when the kids were little, we used to go up and watch trains go by. But anyway, this is probably, well, what, probably 150 years old. because it was obviously put in when they built this railroad. And like I said, I really don't know what this is. Mike, our truck driver, my buddy Mike here, he drives our truck. He just bought a Woodmiser sawmill, and I think I'm going to take this bigger piece at least and see if he can saw some boards out of it and just do something special with them. This is really amazing to me. First of all, how well preserved it is. It was under about 4 foot of dirt and rocks. But I'm beside myself. This is so awesome. I actually put a call into old Buck and Billy Ray, and I am going to clip a piece of that off, that axe cut, and I'm going to send it to Billy. He, first guy I thought of with that axe and his work that he does with those axes. I mean, I want him to have a piece of this, and I hope, you know, I know he will appreciate it for the history that's here. This is amazing. Who did this? How long ago? You know, think of this, guys. I mean, was it a railroad guy, you know, that got, you know, in Canada, you know, in Canada they called them the navvies, you know, the Chinese and the immigrants that worked on a railroad. Was it a guy like that who was told, hey, get out in the brush and cut us some timbers? Or was it a logger that was hired on, you know, a timber cutter that you know, hey, go cut us X amount of poles or whatever, or, you know, just stuff like this fascinates me. It really does. So I'm going to cut a piece of this off, and I don't know if I can prop you guys up anywhere where this stupid camera will stay, but I'm going to turn the other camera on. So I'll be with you in a minute. I'm going to pause this. This is just too cool. Sorry for the shaking, guys, but I want to get this on both cameras if I can. Oops. Oh, I got the GoPro going, but I don't trust that stupid thing. Alright, let's see if I can put this off. It's probably going to dull my saw. It's got dirt and stuff on it, but I don't care. Look at that. That is freaking amazing. Look at that. Look how well preserved it is. Boy, that is freaking awesome. I think it may be just oak. I'm not sure. I think oak and chestnut shared a lot of characteristics, but this might be just oak. But still, it's just amazing. I mean, it's... Look at that. I can't believe how well preserved it is. Isn't that something? Wow. This one actually might have been done with a saw. Doesn't matter, it's old, I know that. It ain't no modern thing. This one's split, but that's alright. Still gives us a good idea. Almost looks like they tried to treat this with creosote or something. It looks like it. That looks like axe to me. Look at that. Look at that. That is friggin' cool. That is just cool. I don't know, guys. Hope you guys appreciate it as much as I do. That's just history right there. That is just absolute history. Whatever it is, I think both trees are the same. I can't tell. kind of stink. I think it's oak. It kind of smells like oak. It looked like it might have been chestnut, but it doesn't matter. It's still amazing. They got a big spike in this, so they must have had it anchored into something. But isn't that amazing, guys? That's history right there. And like I said, even if it was 1870s, which I bet you it was before then, that's what? That's 140 years, at least, probably, maybe more. That's just, that's just so cool. I am just blown away. I would love to take a chunk of this and see if Mikey can just saw a couple boards off it. I'll even buy a couple bands because he might dull it up. But wouldn't that be cool? That would be really cool to have. That would be really cool to have a couple of boards and do some kind of a plaque or something, you know, like a commemorative plaque, something, you know. But anyway, yeah, there's 2 cameras, right? Yeah, as if you need my ugly mug amplified. But anyway, that's something that I really wanted to get. Sorry for dropping the camera, and I don't know, I don't really espouse to be much of a cameraman, but I just I dig this stuff, man. This is just really awesome. And I really would like to send a chunk of that to Billy, just to, he could put it in his man cave there and talk about history. Holy man, that's just cool. All right, guys, I will say ta-ta, and I bid ye farewell for a little bit. I'll get some more video in a while. Ta-ta, guys.